Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Dev, and today we're going to talk about the Rise of Kingdoms community event that happened over the past week, and it's really kind of cool how things evolved and some of the things that we were able to do this season, as well as cover some of the yearbook submissions that I asked for in my Discord for some of the members that wanted to share a little bit about their Rise of Kingdoms 1 year anniversary, as well as cover my yearbook. And sit back and enjoy the ride. All right, so over the past week, we've seen so many really cool experiences this Rise of Kingdoms anniversary 3-year event. Some of the ones that I actually enjoyed but found very difficult was this Treasure Outlaws, as you see here. Its event is over. It only lasted like 3 days, I believe, total. And you had to be on like specific hours, which was really frustrating for me because I could only be on for 2. And I just know that some other people also struggled being there during all 3 times. But maybe they think that that's when their most active time is, so they just pick those. They spawned little outlaws around the holy sites, which was cool. And you can like rally your friends together and stuff, and they all attack. And I feel like it was as many people that participated across the entire kingdom got the reward, but either way, it was still really cool. I really liked it. I hope they do more like that. But I also liked one of the events when they actually have like your own bandits and your own thieves that you can spawn and kill and drop cool chests and stuff. I really like that. I hope they bring those back at some point. Then we have the one that's actually behind me, which is here, which is where you can like design your own city. And as this event is actually about to be over, and it's really cool because I submitted one, but it didn't go through being liked. It was This Is Mine. I did a beautiful dragon. It took me like an hour to find one that I really liked and put it together, but I think I didn't put enough gold in it, but I liked it and I submitted it and didn't get picked, but that's okay. Some of the submissions are actually really dope. Anyways, the other thing that they have here is that Ode to Valor, which is really cool because it plays music. And if you listen to all the music, you get 200 gems. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and play all the videos and you have to listen and you get 200 gems at the end. I like the Spotify edition there. Hope it stays as a playlist. I don't really listen to them, but they're kind of cool. I guess you can add them and listen to them when you're driving in the car. I don't know. If you do, you're a little weird because I have all the game sound muted anyways. Lastly, we have the yearbook. The yearbook was a really cool addition. We'll go over mine in a little bit and talk about some other stuff first, but my yearbook, I liked mine and I really wish you could have like a flip book to hold and you can order. That would be really cool, but maybe sometime in the future they can do something like that. The next thing we're going to talk about is the actual community events that they had available for us to do. And if you look in the calendar, the events are pretty much over. But what I really liked was the fact that Zenth of Power which is linked with our Mighty Governor. Really, really cool that they finally linked the 2 events together. So people pushing in this Mighty Governor are going to get the huge benefit of the Zenth of Power, which is dope because it started like on Monday. So you can do training. And it ended on Thursday, which is also a training/tech. It's a power increase day for Mighty Governor, so it kind of syncs with the power if you're trying to push like really heavy. It's kind of cool. I'm really glad that they kind of made those additions to it. And of course, the rewards are a city skin, a banner. I used to really want to get like top 50 to get their really cool like frame and stuff, but I just don't have the speed ups anymore to get it. And also you can get the plaque there, gems and equipment materials. I haven't done arms training yet. It's really helpful to do arms training when you have like the buffs and the runes, and if you can coordinate with your alliance, that's a great time to do it. And there's a certain cycle and sequence in order to get the top ranking, and you get like pretty decent rewards for arm training, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, some legendary heads. See, I haven't participated yet. I'm gonna do it tomorrow for me. And then of course you have the last couple of events at the bottom, which is just essentially getting the coins here so that you can spend them in the anniversary shop and get like the different cool things. I'm going to get this one here in the material chests. I'm going to spend some gems in order to unlock those. I have legendary commander sculptures. I probably could get them. It's like 1,000 gems for one sculpture, which is a really good deal because it's 2,000 gems in the VIP shop. So this is one of the best deals you can get for this. I liked it, and also if you're working well with your alliance, you can get this one to the stars. Now, one of the really cool perks is if you go into another alliance that has like really weak amount of contribute points, you can get top ranking and get like the super dope speed up. So like you can create an alliance, but be careful if you create an alliance, you have to give it to like a secondary account because it won't let you disband for like 365 days. So FYI. But it allows you to get like first place and get the 2 days of speed ups and a bunch of other resources. That's a good thing to know if you didn't already know that, but some people wanted to do it that way. And that's pretty much it. The anniversary event is just like most of the other standard events, but this one they just had, they had this, which is really cool. And they did it a little bit differently. As you can see, I zoom out. I have lovable leader, which is probably the coolest part, is where you can let people pick different names for you. That was really cool. I wish they had a little bit more of a selection, but I liked it. Now that we've covered pretty much everything about the event, let's go over my Rise of Kingdoms yearbook. Let's go over my yearbook, and we're going to talk a little bit about, I guess, the different parts of this book. So if you wanted to skip to see some of the community submissions, you can skip it now. So, obviously I began my journey on May 20th, 2019. This account specifically, my very first kingdom, my very first day I played was like January 3rd, 2019. I remember that date, and I don't need to go into details, but I remember that date very specifically. I've changed my civilization a few times for France and Germany because I like Germany for the training, but I'm France now, and I have been France for a while now. 360 days I'm going to be active, 2,100 hours of gameplay, which is a super long time. And apparently on August 9th, I sent my highest amount of power in one day. That may have been when I got all my troops back. I think that's when I got all my troops back from KVK. That actually makes a lot of sense. 6 million power in one day. I don't ever push that much power, so that makes sense. 3,300 barbarians I've killed. 55 was my highest. 1,700 holy site guardians. That's a lot of guardians, guys. I used to go around the map in some of my old kingdoms and kill all the holy site ones or the small ones. Now I went a lot of free to play towards the end of the year and to where I am now. So I haven't spent a whole lot of gems. I still have a bunch in my inventory, but that's actually kind of normal, I guess. I didn't see my gem cost last year because I didn't have it, but I think it was about the same amount. I farmed 1.7 billion food, which I do farm a lot of food out of all my resources. And I've paid 6.7 billion resources in development. Oh my god, that's a lot. That maybe that includes healing too, not just like building troops or increasing in tech. Parabellum, yep, I was in that alliance for so long. Drix, I gave the most to him, which he migrated to my kingdom when I was in 874. And Amos is RC Martin, which is one of my friends, and he was helping me feed resources. He was feeding me resources for a mighty governor for Zenobia because we had a really bad case of rogue players, and I had to get like 116 million power or million points at MGE. I don't remember. It was stupid. I increased my points. It was bonkers. We're not gonna talk about that. Let's see. 5 million wounded. Okay. Infantry is always my favorite. 2,000 victories. I think those numbers are pretty low, though. I've seen some other people's stats. I'm just like, oh my god, bro. Arc. I like Arc. 19 victories. That's pretty cool. I have a pretty average win rate, I guess. My average is 23, which is really low. But I don't have a lot of troops to fight with anyway, so my number is always like in the 20s. I don't think I've gotten any higher before. I don't do Ciroli as much as I should. I know I do it somewhat, but not a whole lot. Guan Yu is obviously my favorite here. And I don't do Pewter Scholar. I know I probably should for like the free stuff, but I don't. I've got some pretty decent feedback from my friends, but I don't really share. I just shared it like once or twice, and that's pretty much it. But I really like it. Valiant boss, I like that. And I like the lovable leader a lot. And that's pretty much my yearbook. Like, that's it. I love this final screen because I got this last marker from last year's anniversary event because I submitted we did like an army picture, and I did like 2 years of RoK, which was really cool. So I submitted that. So that's pretty much it. I really like this, and I've changed so much in the past year, and I can't wait what this year has to offer. And now let's talk about our community achievements. So some of the people in community sent me some screenshots of their RoK yearbook achievements. We're going to start off with Clifford, which I knew from 1353. He was the person I migrated to into that alliance, and it was a primarily Russian kingdom, and we migrated there at that time. Anyways, so his scores up there, you know, a little bit higher than mine, especially the amount of like people he's destroyed, which is 113 million, which is pretty dope, which means his scores are pretty high. The other screen he sent me is this one here, which is final screen, lovable war chief, which kind of fits to him. He's a really strong fighter that I know of, and he's played a lot. He plays a lot in this kingdom. So if you've seen him, reach out and tell him that he has a lot of savage kills. The next person that we're going to talk about is actually Nurki, and she was in my kingdom for a while, and we've been in a few kingdoms together. And here's her stats here, which is funny because she has so many resources donated to Drix, and as you can see, her farm is there too, which is cool. And I also had Drix as well next to my name, which again, I think that's really funny that we both donated a lot of resources. But he had just migrated into the kingdom, and he needed resources to fight for Light and Darkness, and we helped him out with that. The next person we're going to talk about is Stitch. He's actually from, I think he was in 1878. And we knew each other because we were allies in KVK Season 1. So we're going to go over some of his. He sent me all of his, pretty much. But anyways, so here he's got he has a little bit more wins in fights than I did. And as you can see, he's got, 89 million enemy troops destroyed. Then you've got here, which is his actually start date was April, which is around the time that 1874 it's like when he actually was there when the kingdom started. I think he was in a jumper group. I'm not 100% sure, but his account's quite young compared to mine, and he's quite strong. I liked this one here. He had 6 billion resources gathered and 3 billion food. Again, it goes back to like most of everybody else. But you see he's VIP 17 and he has 4 million gems spent. Like, I don't even know what to do with 4 million gems. It's like super crazy. But again, I only see like 6,000 usually what I have. That's about it. But I've seen people with like close to 7 or 8 million gems, but with being VIP 17 means he didn't actually put money or gems into VIP. Most likely he just got them from bundles and packs and stuff. Then his final picture here, which is Stitch. I love Stitch. He's one of my favorite characters. I love favorite Disney characters, but I think it was really cool that he has that as his primary picture. And as you can see, he's the elder of his kingdom, and I'm not surprised. I mean, it looks like Stitch did migrate to 1394, I believe, which is a quite old kingdom. So I'm actually kind of shocked that he migrated there. But, it helps your account to migrate around instead of just staying in the same home. So that's pretty much all of the submissions that I have currently for the RoK anniversary. If you want to see your name posted here and on my video, then just go ahead and hop in Discord and post below in my RoK anniversary 2021, and I'll be able to post yours up here in a little blurb about like maybe something you want to say to everybody out there that sees your stats and something a little bit cool about yourself. But that's going to cover it because there's not really much else to talk about. This community event was pretty average. I'm excited to see a lot of the things that Rise of Kingdoms and Lilith puts forth with Lagoo and developing this game and making it a little bit better. They're always making improvements. It's really good to see. I mean, as far as we came over a year, they've done so many improvements to just gear and to drop rates and the events. They're really hearing us, and I think after you'll see over time where you look where we are now versus where we are in a year from now, you're going to see a drastic change in the way that the dynamic of this game plays out. And the amount of commanders that are dropping frequency keeps the meta continuing fluctuating. But I do think that there's some things that there still need to be ironed out and worked through, but you know, we won't go into all those details. Thanks again for tuning in to my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have anything else for me, just reach out to me at any point in time. So for now, guys, just keep it real.